radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
Want to check out the fastest growing sport in the world? It's right here in Conroe, Texas, and it's roller derby. Conroe Roller Derby is a nonprofit recreational league of women and men who want you to come and check out the fast-paced, hard-hitting game of roller derby. The Conroe Cutthroats practice at Rainbow Roller Rink on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You can find our game schedule and more information on our website, www.conroerollerderby.com.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's so good to be back here on the Cindy Cochran Show, and I'm Cindy Cochran. I'm so happy that you joined us. I hope you got my Facebook.
That was a little creepy.
It creeped you out?
A little bit.
Why? How? I just said I'm going to be live
Oh, I
today.
thought you were talking about the T-shirt with Sam on it. I was
Oh.
like, that's weird because, see, this is how I feel about those kind of scenarios, and this isn't anything against you and the wonderful life you shared with Sam.
Okay.
But now we have a T-shirt, so now every time that, like, you know, it starts getting worn, do you have to make another one?
No. Why would I have to make another one? It's that I love that picture of him.
Yeah, it's a
And-
great picture.
And Christy,
Does your daughter make it, right? She made the shirt?
she had a maid.
Yeah, for the
She
part, or for the
celebration. of life,
celebration, yeah.
And so all the family wore, my immediate family wore the
Yeah.
shirts, and we took a picture, and it was so cute. And I just,
I mean, I liked it, but it was
loved
also, I had this, like, weird thought where, down the line, especially you're a T-shirt wearer.
Yeah.
So at one point you have too many T-shirts, and, like, you're never going to throw that shirt out.
No, never.
But then when it starts, like, wearing down, you're like, what do you do?
What's great? I mean, how great is that? It'll never wrinkle.
Have
right
you
around
have you
his
taken it
face.
off yet? Are you still wearing it right now?
Oh, can you tell?
But no, I was
No.
like, when I saw that picture you posted, I was thinking this whole thing, because we, like, our family, when we get together, we used to do shirts and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And now I use those shirts to, like, work on the car. That's what I do with them, because it's like a perfect shirt.
Wait, are you working on the car? Or are you using it to wipe the car down? or
Both.
something?
It
Oh.
doesn't matter. But it's like, that's how I see those shirts now. It's like, oh, I have a special area in my closet that's like, oh, I'm gonna get in a septic tank today, so I'm gonna wear the shirt because
Well, it just I thought this is
I'm
so
never gonna
cool.
wear the shirt again.
Because he'll never change, except if I keep wearing it, it may wrinkle him or something. But
See, that's what I'm talking about.
no.
So you get, like, emotionally invested in the shirt, and it's gonna bring you down the road. It's gonna bring you trouble.
But the celebration of his life, Sam's life, my husband, he passed away February 5th, and so we wanted to make this perfect, and everybody said, no, don't wait till like March or April. The weather will be better. So
Ooh, it was too.
it was so weird because the day before it rained, and it rained like that. I think early in that morning it rained, but we had. I mean, as soon as it's like 1 o'clock, people started coming, and it's like this cloud cover was around the whole sky, and so it was perfect. I mean, it was perfect. It was cool. It was great, and like over 50 people showed up, and it was it was so much fun. And three of my really good friends showed up, and I was so happy to see all of them. And we formed the Widow's Mite Club. Do you know the story in the Bible about the widow's mite? Jesus was saying to his apostles that she only gave a mite, and that was all she had. It was everything that she had, and it was like a penny, or half a penny or something like that. And he said, so anyway, we were going to do something crazy, and I said, let's do the club and call it Widow's Mite, but it's MIGHT. And so we took a picture, and everybody's doing this, except this one girl wasn't doing it. And she says, well, I thought it was pretty violent. I didn't want to do that. And I went, no, we were talking about we're strong. We're going to be strong. And she went, oh, y'all should have told me that. I thought, I don't want to stand here with y'all. But it was really, it was a lot of fun, and people got up and told stories.
So is that girl the smart one in the friendship group?
No, sometimes
she
she's
might be
a
the
little
smart
naive.
one.
She's just a little naive. No. She's great. And I just found out that for the last 19 years, she has lived right around the corner from where we are, near the lake. And she's right there. She didn't know I lived like 2 blocks away from her. So anyway, we found each other, and it was great. But people got up and told stories, and we had a microphone and a system out there so that everybody could talk and say stuff. And some of them were inappropriate. Some of them they should have said stuff they said, but it was like what Sam would do. It was something he'd do or say. It was him, and the hunters were the best. They had really good stories about their hunting ordeals, and it was really fun. And then Chad and Christy had written out something, and it was really like tearjerker type of things.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was really fun, but a lot of the stuff was really fun. And Cash, who's like 10 years old now, and Chad wanted him to get up and say something. He said, "Get up and say something." So he gets up there, and Cash is a real precocious type child, the one you'd put in theater. You'd make a model out of him. And he goes, "Okay, I just want to say that queso is great. So everybody try the queso. But I know I'm going to be on the bathroom and be on the toilet for the rest of the day. But anyway, it's good stuff." And everybody's going like, "What did he just say?" And then they talked about Sam and some stuff I can't even say. But it was great. I mean, everybody just laughed. They thought it was so funny because everybody had the same feeling, about Sam. He was rough, and he told you what like it was. You always knew where you stood with Sam and all that. But Cindy's boyfriend gets up, Tyler, and he says, "I just want to say one thing about Sam Cochran. He scared me to death." And everybody just broke out laughing because they understood exactly what he was talking about. Because that's what all my friends that were there came up to me.
He didn't scare me.
He didn't scare you.
No.
No, you.
I think we're more kindred spirits.
I think you are. I
So,
mean, he.
I'm not afraid of myself.
He said, if it hadn't been for me, you wouldn't be able to take the way Richard talks to you.
I believe it.
It was like,
I believe it.
that's so
No,
true.
that's one thing I've learned, especially we haven't seen each other. I went to Austin for 2
3
weeks.
weeks.
Not everyone knows my humor, and I learned that real fast with a lot of people in Austin.
They do.
They don't know my humor.
They
were
don't-
like, they were like,
Did they
what
not respect it?
No, I made some jokes about, I'm always an opportunist. So when people are saying something out loud, I always say something out loud back to them.
Yes, you do.
And
You
I have-
interject. Yes.
Well, they're interjecting in my life. So I'm like, all right, you're going to do that to me? I'm going to do it to you.
You've got to watch. Go back and watch 10-10-23. It's when Samuel was on the show.
Okay. I thought you were talking about a movie called
No,
1010.
it's 10-10-23. And it's Samuel was on the show. That's my grandson. And we did the Ask Me Anything type of thing. And Samantha had never seen it, and we laughed so hard. It was so funny because you are so mean to me, and
To you?
Yes, not to Sam.
I don't coddle you.
No, you don't. It's fine. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Why would I need to coddle you? That's someone else's job, not mine.
Yeah, but you could be at least sweet, understanding sometimes.
I am totally understanding.
No.
But if I don't
know you're
understand,
just-
I ask you questions like, why
Yeah.
do you have so many drugs in your trunk?
Yeah, see,
I want to understand why you're traveling around with like 16 kilos of white powder.
it's a blood coagulant.
I know. It's like, do you bleed all the time though? Like,
But I had, if you take a blood thinner, you must be ready to
yeah, I
have
understand.
that.
See, I never.
powder.
You know, it's funny. I don't think I've known anyone else that has the blood coagulant on them.
Really?
Because I'm pretty sure my dad takes blood thinners. I'm gonna ask him about that.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, hey. This is like a old wives' tale that Cindy's telling me that she grew up in some weird Louisiana backcountry, and this is how they treated this powder that comes from the bones of frogs or something like that.
I'm just so afraid that I would get stopped, and
No,
a
I get
policeman
you.
would
I got
go,
pulled over.
Let me taste that. What?
Yeah, I got pulled over in my truck. I got my
Oh,
new
you
truck.
got your
I got
truck?
my new truck. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait
and
to
I got a
see it.
speeding ticket in Navasota going here. I have it somewhere.
So you got it before the Austin trip?
No, it was on the return home. He says I was going 49 and a 35.
Oh my goodness!
And my favorite part about it was right in front of me, probably from here to like the desk, was the 45-mile-per-hour sign.
Oh, so you hadn't even seen it yet. He's giving you a ticket for something you hadn't even seen the sign that said 45,
Yeah, pretty much.
and he didn't care.
No, I mean I don't fight with cops. I'm like, give me whatever you're gonna do. Like
Yeah.
I'll accept any punishment because I don't care. And it was just funny to me. Like we're sitting there, and I'm
can't
just
believe-
sitting in the truck, and of course it's new, so the license plate's giving him trouble because it's a paper
Oh,
license
sure,
plate.
sure.
And then I have temporary insurance on it. So that's giving him trouble. And it took like 25 minutes. I was like, dude, just give me a ticket. Like, I don't understand. And he comes over, he's like, is this a new truck? And I'm like, what gave it away? I'm thinking to myself, like, what
Yeah.
gave it away, man? Is it the paper plates? And then when I showed him the insurance, like, oh, this is a new truck. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, just give me.
Did he tell you to slow down now?
No, what was weird, though, is he didn't call it a ticket. He called it a citation.
Citation, yeah.
But, like, because I asked him, he's like, I'm giving you a citation. And I was like, so what's that? He's like, it's a ticket. And I'm like, so why isn't it called a ticket?
It's not going to go against your insurance, is it?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know how it works. So, but yeah, it was really weird that they called it a citation. I was like, there must be some weird thing that happened. I haven't gotten a ticket in a long time.
Well,
no,
you're not
sorry,
a-
citation.
You're not a good-looking girl, so he's not letting you
So,
go.
But no, it was
He
just,
gave-
I
Did
wonder
he give
why.
you a court date or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I have to, actually, that's what I was doing before you came. I was actually finally reading the information.
And that was in Navasota?
That was in Navasota, and they get you, man. They
So
get
you have to go back to Navasota?
I don't know.
To appear?
So luckily for me, two of my good friends work out of Navasota, so they agreed yesterday. I was like, hey, I'm going to review this stuff. If you could bring like an envelope to the police for me, that'd be really great. Because I was like, I don't know how tickets work. I used to, like the last ticket I got, I kid you not, he printed it off what looked like a credit card receipt thing.
Yeah.
Like it looked like one of those. And he went, boop, 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 boop. Here you go. And it like, he tore it off like a receipt, and it's like, you owe $125. I was like, that's easy. All right, I'll just pay it. And you just go online and just pay it.
Yeah,
And
because you can do adjudication.
but now, yeah, I can. That's why I was reading this. I can do a driving safety course. But of course, they don't tell you what a driving safety course is. So I looked it up online. There's like thousands of them.
Oh, sure.
I'm like, which one's not a scam? So
you can go to Incredible Pizza. They have them there.
oh, that's
and they
I'm
serve
doing
you
it
pizza.
online. I'm doing it online.
Okay.
That's for sure. I'm putting it on the iPad and I'm playing video games while I'm doing it.
Okay.
And but no, it's just funny to me because it's like I haven't gotten a ticket, and he's like, everything will be explained in this pamphlet. I'm like, okay, and you read it, and it's like it is kind of self-explanatory, but then again, it's like if you're doing the driving safety course, they don't tell you like what code name do you need to look for. You know, because if you're doing it online, you don't know if it's a scam or not. Like, does it qualify? Because this is how they get warrants out for your arrest. Because they
That's
don't,
right,
they
if you
won't
don't-
tell you it's the wrong one. Like, I'll mail,
Yeah.
like, say I mail everything. Like, I know for a fact that when I mail my temporary insurance with this, they're not going
Yeah.
to accept it. They're going to be like, well, this is just temporary. Oh, is this a new car? And then, like, next thing you know, it's like 3 months from now, and they're like, oh, you have a warrant out for your arrest because you send temporary insurance. I'm like, that's all I got, man. I'm still waiting for everything.
You've got to drive down to Navasota and appear before that judge, and they would
But
be
yeah.
so impressed that you did that yourself. Wear a suit and go do that.
Well, hopefully
go
it's
do
on a
that.
day during your show, so I don't have to be here. It is. It's on a Thursday. It's next Thursday. I have it. So I was gonna.
Next Thursday?
It's next. It says April 4th.
Okay, good.
So I got to take care of that, and then
Well, you don't want to miss this week though, because tomorrow we
you
have
got a full lineup.
Brianna Donahoe.
Well, I was gonna call them because they have a number right here. I want
Oh.
to say like, hey, what's the easiest? I want to do this right the first time because I don't want to. I just want to take care of it.
Yeah.
And basically, what it is, if I just want to take care of it right there on the phone, I got to pay $234.
Okay, so make sure you get the name of the person that you're talking to and giving you advice.
So I can
you
either just
say-
pay that or pay.
So your name is Judy Lynn.
So this is what's funny. So like either I do that or I think it's $144. Or I pay $169 with a 6-hour or 8-hour course. So what's
You
my
have to have
time
it.
worth?
8-hour course and then $169.
Yeah, it's $144 for a moving violation. So I don't even know if this is considered a moving violation because
You know what's weird is that's cheap.
But
Usually
that's
at
if I do the
$250.
driving safety
Oh,
course.
okay.
But the driving safety course is $25 average, so you got to add that to the overall
Yeah.
price. So I'm
Well,
like, is
make
it better just to pay the flat rate of $234 and not worry about it, or because if I pay it, I don't have to show my insurance, I don't do any of that stuff.
Oh, pay it. Yeah. Just,
So because I
just
know
pay
that's
it.
going to cause problems. I already know. It's like here we go.
Is it red? Is your truck red?
No, it's a blue. It's like
A blue?
azure blue. It's pretty.
Oh,
It's
I
pretty.
can't wait
Just
to
like my
see
eyes.
it. That's like your eyes.
Just like my eyes.
Oh,
That's
wow.
why I got them.
What a chick magnet that's
you
got to
understand?
be.
It's gonna be great.
You know. So have you? Did your mom and dad like it? Did they?
Oh yeah, everyone.
ride around in
It fits me so well.
It does.
Like even my buddy, we drove around Austin in it and put our bikes in and like did all that stuff. And he's like, this is great. This is so easy to do everything in Austin.
They all jealous of you.
Well, he has like a 2-seater or what is it called? A Solstice, like a Pontiac Solstice. This little 2-seater roadster. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's probably because you have a car that like can fit in my back pocket. So
Yeah, but this is one of those jacked up big tire.
No.
You have to.
no,
get
this is
on
a tiny.
step stool
This is
and
a
get
tiny
in.
truck.
Okay.
Like even my grandmother can get in it without complaining
Oh.
about it.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's why I got it.
Okay.
So
For
for
your
her
grandma.
her dying years, she can sit comfortably in a car.
Oh, and Cindy can get in this car
Yeah,
too.
I
Okay.
always think about my older friends. and
Yes, your
family.
older friends. It's so sweet.
So,
That's really
yeah.
good.
Well, you know what? Okay, so I've been watching a lot of March Madness, and my dad went to U of H for law school, and so he really likes watching their basketball team all the time. He goes to the games, whatever. So we're watching it, and then in the middle of watching this game, which was an insane game, he goes, "Oh, hey, by the way, your grandmother's going blind." And I'm sitting there going like, and I was sitting there, I go, "Well, what do you want me to do about it?"
Oh,
And he
see,
goes,
I thought you'd go like, what? No.
No, I asked him, I was like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, do I need to take her to the doctor? Like, why would you bring that up randomly during the basketball game? He's like, no, I just wanted to make sure you knew. So you might want to go see her before, like, the last time she can see you, like, physically see you. And I was like, oh, okay, so you're telling me there's a ticking clock that my grandmother
She's
won't
going
be able to,
blind.
she won't ever see me again.
Oh, no.
And I even said, I was like, are we going to have a party for her so she could see everyone for one last time? Like, it's like a pre-death party.
Oh, that's terrible. It's so bad.
But
No,
yeah.
his grandma is so cool.
Yeah,
She
she's
is.
old school.
But she's very cool. She's so. I just love. It's like sitting with a real, live Southern belle.
Oh yeah,
talking to her.
It's terrible.
Oh, it's
terrible.
wonderful. And she's really precious.
What I love about her is she's the staple of gossip. Like, you ever met anyone that's just like gossip? It's almost like before drama TV was invented.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is their entertainment was gossiping, and she's like an artful gossiper.
Does she always start out with bless her heart?
Yeah, stuff like that. Like the way she brings up people. Like when I go visit her, and she has this cool cafeteria, so we sit there and eat, and she can sit there. She like knows everybody in the room. She knows like what they're doing wrong, what they're up to, what they're trying to do, and it's just I'm sitting there going like, this is what you do all day. It's just kind of like it's like you're a
And you
little
don't-
detective.
Right. especially, and you don't know anybody. You really don't know them, and
She knows
she's
them.
trying to tell you about them.
No,
and
she's really friendly with everybody, but what she's really doing is trying to get dirt.
dirt.
That's I'm telling you, it's like the
so
old
cute.
school gossip queen. Like
Yeah.
yeah, because one of my favorite times we're sitting there eating, and this younger man is there, probably like I would say in his 50s, and she kind of goes, "He's not supposed to be here." And I was like, "Oh, really? How do you know?" It's like, "Well, his father isn't here right now because he's in the hospital, so he comes over here and uses our facilities to do his work." And because he's reading the newspaper and like has a laptop, and it's like this is an old person facility, so like only old people are living there. And, like he just comes over here and uses his father's room number and just eats here, and like it's so despicable. And I'm like, just let him live his life. His dad's in the hospital down the road, like that's why he's here. It's like I wonder if he's even staying here. That would be. Oh, I don't know what I would do if he was staying here.
That's those homes.
Those are
are
great.
They could do a reality show on those homes, and
No, 100%.
just
Well, the creepy thing about where she lives, it's in a tower. So the certain floors are for certain, like there's like a memory care floor. There's an actual like hospital floor where like
Yeah.
you're like a vegetable.
so you can stay there
Yeah,
till it's over.
but like so that's what freaks me out because when I go visit her, I go, "What happens if you get on the wrong floor?" Or like you don't know, like this is like I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a psych ward, and you're like, "Oh, floor 15, those are the crazies," and you're it's like there's. I mean, how do you know what's going on here?
It's a tower. Is it downtown?
Mhm.
It is downtown Houston.
You know where Second Baptist?
Yes, yeah.
I guess it's a church and school and all. It's right across the street from that.
Oh, okay.
Like her balcony is really cool though. You can see it. It looks to the east of downtown Houston, so it's really
Oh, I
nice.
hope she doesn't lose her sight because
She's
there's
losing her sight, Cindy.
there's
She's like 90.
nothing-
I think she just turned 94 because we just celebrated her birthday 4 weeks ago. So yeah, 94.
Oh,
She can still drink some margaritas though. Very impressed.
She does. There's nothing more fun than being in one of those high rises and looking at downtown.
Oh, it's great.
There's so much stuff going on. You can just sit for hours and watch.
And she
you know.
she probably spies on them too. I always
Yes.
make the joke to her. I was like, for Christmas I'm getting you a spyglass or whatever, like a telescope,
That's
so you can just sit out here and just
you should get
spying
her
on your
that.
neighbors.
You should get her. You should definitely get her that.
Well, she
Oh,
can't see anymore, so it doesn't matter.
No, she.
That would be a
says-
really bad joke to get that for her.
no.
That's mean.
But
Cindy.
how much longer does she have? He
Oh,
doesn't.
I don't know. The way my dad says, like, she's losing her eyesight,
She's going blind.
going blind.
Oh,
Okay.
what a sweet guy. Well, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, is that so tomorrow's Brianna Donahoe because
You can say at the end of the
Thursday-
show, though. You have 25 more minutes to talk.
I know. I'm letting people know this because a lot of times you go like this and you're doing this and I'm going, Brianna's
okay.
going to hear tomorrow.
All right,
And-
all right.
But but Brianna's going to talk about the opening day of the Astros. She's been following all their pre-games and all that stuff, but it's the opening day for them, and it's like when it really gets serious. But I haven't been following it at all, and it's funny you said U of H because that was Sam's favorite team. He just followed them religiously.
Phi
He
Slamma
loved-
Jamma.
Oh man, he loved all
Which
through that.
that was always funny to me, where they had this famous team, but they never won anything.
Well, did they?
They never won anything.
No,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, why? Like, I get we're from Houston, like we should celebrate success, but like they didn't win the national championship. So like, well, were they that great?
but man, U of H just.
I mean, they had some
really
stars
come
on the
along.
teams.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's just funny to me.
They had the Twin Towers, like they called the two guys that were on the
Well,
Cougars.
he had a Akeem Olajuwon. I know that.
Yeah.
Did you hear the story about how they got Akeem Olajuwon?
Mm-mm.
So apparently he's from Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
and some basketball coach over there saw potential, and he had like some connections to some schools. So like I don't. The story is he was given 3 tickets, like one to like somewhere up northeast, somewhere in Wisconsin, and Houston. And when he arrived in like New York, it was really cold. And so when he went outside, he saw how cold it was, and that's what he goes back into the airport, and he noticed there was a Nigerian baggage handler, and so they could speak the same language. And he goes, "Which of these 3 places has the same weather like we do in Nigeria?" And he said Houston.
Houston, Texas. Yes.
So that's why he came to Houston.
That's great.
And apparently he didn't start playing basketball until he was like 16, 15.
Well,
So he didn't know any of like the fundamentals. He was just a tall 7-foot giant.
We went to shoot a U of H game one time from Silver Rock, and there was Akeem Olajuwon, there was Shaq. They were all standing around talking about the game they're getting ready to play. They all came to watch the game, and so we walked over because we needed to talk to one of these guys, and Shaq shook hands with me, and his whole hand enveloped my hand. That was weirdest
Shaq has a
feeling.
24 size foot, Cindy.
Yeah, it was,
I mean, do you know how big that is?
yes, I was.
No, I'm talking about the
No, I
foot.
mean, the
I'm
foot,
talking about the
24,
shoe.
yeah.
The shoe.
It's it was crazy.
Like, can you
because
imagine
it
the
looked
shoelace?
like a giant. Yeah, 24.
24 size, 24 foot. I think that's his shoe size. Let me look it up.
24. That's 2 feet for 1 foot. No, they were. It was just
22. Sorry, I was way off.
it was hilarious because I didn't realize who these people were. So I didn't understand the royalty that was standing there, but it was just crazy how they were all so tall. It's like seeing, Well, let's see. Who else was really? Who's the giant? The wrestler that was the giant?
Andre?
Andre, yeah. He came to Channel 13 one time, and it was the same thing. It was just like
No,
this
there's big
flesh.
people. There's big people in this world.
It's amazing. They and they have to have everything made for them specially. Special. All their clothes, everything is made for
That's
them.
why my conspiracy theory is all the professional athletes in like football, the only reason they really play is so they can be around people their size.
That's probably true. That's a good idea.
Because they feel
That's a
more.
good
That's where they
point.
feel the safest.
Yeah, they don't feel odd at all.
Because they're oddly bigger.
Mm-hmm. No,
Like,
that's true.
so-
Did you see? Now, that Brianna's going to be here tomorrow, but let me just
Wait,
I've got
no,
to
Brianna's
tease
going to be here when?
tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Okay. Oh,
Did I give you the wrong
I
day?
think you did.
No, I did not. I
think
was
you did.
trying to be so.
Here, I'm double checking now.
Okay.
Yeah, I have her scheduled for tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
And then you have Don Wilson and Bob Smiley on Thursday. Cool. It's all online. Look at Lone Star Community Radio. See the upcoming schedule right there. I posted everything. Wonderful. Let's get back to talking. I haven't seen you in like 3 weeks.
I know, and there were so
But-
many things that have happened in this 3 weeks
Yeah.
that, and I thought for sure you were going to bring back a girlfriend.
No way. Maybe some kids.
Well, no, you were the girls.
Yeah, that's true. The girls I did meet were very young.
He's got.
It's funny. Andrew, I love talking to Andrew on Audience of One, which will be airing tomorrow at 10 a.m. New episode. But it's funny talking to him because I realized as you're getting older, that funny joke from Dazed and Confused, like I like dating girls from high school because I get older, but they stay the same age.
Right.
And it's like it's kind of creepy now for me, like to navigate that.
But it's so human for you wanting to be with a really good looking,
Well, it's nothing. Yeah,
fit girlfriend,
yeah.
and they're.
I mean,
they're
fit's
still
a key word.
College.
Fit is a
age.
key word.
Yeah. So, and you want them fit because
Not
why
me
do you
though.
want
I don't
them
have to
fit?
work out at all. I'm already past that.
I was gonna say.
I'm just gonna get fat.
And you have this arm candy with you, and so
I think it'd be great.
yeah. See, I would have been surprised if you said, "So I met this 40-year-old girl, and she was just amazing." I thought you were probably was going to be younger girls. It's Austin College,
I already have like 1,000 jokes for myself.
You do,
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
yeah. You can't tell them.
No,
air,
they're
can
gonna
you?
no.
It's not gonna. Don't
But
ever laugh like that.
What's wrong with that?
They'll leave the date. They'll say,
Yeah.
"Excuse me, I got to go to the restroom," and they'll never come back.
That's fine with me. There's plenty of other 20-year-olds.
Waiting in line
Around.
for you.
I'm right. No, you know what I'm going to see on Friday is midget wrestling.
You did
No, I'm going to this
Oh,
Friday.
this Friday
It's at
you
the
are?
Lone Star Convention Center.
midget wrestling.
Yeah, all my buddies from the bowling alley were all going. I was like, cause the only reason I wanted to go besides the midget wrestling was I wanted to hang out with these guys because they're all older, and I would say like in their 60s plus. And so I'm like really excited about hanging out with those guys because I've always hang out with the bowling alley, and I'm like, oh, y'all actually want to go to this midget wrestling? And they're like, they're calling it guys' night. And I'm like, what's a guys' night to like a 60-year-old? Let's see what happens. Always wonder what that is.
They could be wild. Who knows?
I mean, that's what I'm going to find out.
You're going to find out.
Yeah.
And they may want you to do things that you go like, I'm sorry, I don't do that. I don't smoke that. I don't.
Well, I
drink
think that's
that.
what I should do is I want to talk to you about all the stuff in your trunk and see if I could buy some of it. And I want to put it in a tackle box. And I'm like, and kind of like the Hangover or whatever. It's like, you guys ready to go? And then like all the truck, they open up the tackle box.
Oh, he's so funny.
Yeah.
He's so funny. You know, one day somebody's going to be going through the channel and they're just going to hit on it and they hear you talk about.
Well, luckily, if you search Cindy Cochran on the internet, a police record doesn't show up. So, you know,
there's nothing. A lot of times you just have to be filtered everything he says and know that it's a lie because he wants to look better than me and he wants to be
it's not a
better
lie.
than
It's
me.
it's suspicious activity. I'm just making people aware of. Like it's kind of questionable when you have a lot of powder in your car, and it's white.
It's for blood coagulation. I keep trying to tell him I take blood thinners, and that's why I've got that powder. And I'm just waiting for some policeman to stop me and have to go through that and take it and go, let me see what this is. What do you think they'd do that? Do you think they'd go, or they go like, they just take my word for it? It's a blood coagulant. It looks just like it's cocaine.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. That's why I was like, this is questionable.
It's not. So anyway, how would you like it if you went to court and you were told that you're going to owe
Oh my gosh, I already know where this is going.
$454
I like it.
million dollars.
That thing with Trump is hilarious to me because it's like it's changing every day, and no
Every
one
day.
and like no one knows what's going on.
Every day.
And then at the end of the day, what's going to end up happening is it's going to be like, oh, we finally got to a judge. It's like, oh, you're going to owe $80 million. There you go.
Now, so the appellate court is one that slashed it because it was so stupid, $454 million, and they were already picking out which buildings they're going to take and what they're going to do with them and how they're going to sell them. But he brought it down to $174 million. So to him, that was like chump change. And I can do this, and I'll do it in cash. I'll bring it to him in cash, in pennies. That would be hilarious if they would do something like that. That would be, I think, fun. But anyway, I just kept wondering how's he going to do this? Because Monday, now he has 10 days to do the $174 million, but he only had like a weekend to get the $454 million.
I'm saying like no one knows what's going on. No one even know what it's for. It's like it's the weirdest thing.
Because of how he was lying about the value of his home, and his
property is not his home.
His property backs up to two different, like one ocean is on this side, another ocean is on the other side, and he said it was worth 200 million. No, 20 million.
Well, see, what's weird to me about that is they don't even talk about the bank approving it.
Yeah, the bank was fine.
Yeah,
there
was
was
weird
nothing.
to me.
There was no
He probably paid
victim.
him off, but I mean, it's like it's kind of like me looking at this thing I owe the city of Navasota. It's like, what's it worth to me, guys? Like, moving violation, $144, or just see. See, what's weird is there's two different paths. I don't really understand what the consequence is.
Well,
because if I pay the full price,
you pay him off.
If I pay him off, is it on my record?
Of course not.
But if I take the driver's safety course, what's the benefit of wasting 8 hours of my time?
Because that will also eradicate.
So
it'll eradicate.
you're talking about $60 difference.
No, I would pay it off.
And it's like, well, I want to spend 8 hours and maybe it working.
But you need to drive down. You need to drive down or up there, and stand before that.
I want to say,
court.
do you know who I am? I want to be like, do you know who I am?
Do you know who you're talking to?
I wish I was.
I
wish I was in that scenario in my life.
What?
I want to be able to tell someone, do you know who I am?
I think you ought to just say that, and then they'll say, "Sure, I've seen you. I've seen you somewhere before." That's what you.
Well, I just think people who say that are awesome people. Like it's always welcome in my book. If someone tells me that, like, do you know who I am? I'm like, man, let's go with this. All right, yeah. Who are you?
That's but
wasn't that like
makes you sick to hear somebody say that?
I love it. I think it's great.
Especially like the councilwoman that got stopped and he made her walk the line. And she's
like
all over the place and going, "You don't know who I am. You know who I am."
I don't know.
And then he said, "I don't care who you are."
But one joke I always wanted to try to pull is carrying around that community chest card from Monopoly. It says like "Get out of jail free." I always wanted to try that.
You wanted to try that?
Yeah, like so when they ask for like your license and stuff, like you get your license and you get and you have the card on top. Like, there you go, man. Always want to try that.
Do that.
I think that would work out well.
Call me from the jailhouse, and I'll come get you. Oh, brother.
That's good.
But anyway, I was just so happy that they finally came to their senses because it was getting.
Oh, it's
to be
not over
ridiculous.
yet.
Well, no,
it's not over.
Now he's got to do the paying off the stripper.
That's still going on?
Yeah, that you think that was.
That was like 7 years ago. I thought.
Yeah.
I feel like it was 7.
And he has the same.
Wasn't her lawyer in jail? Isn't his lawyer or her lawyer?
He's out of jail now.
Oh, he's out of
gonna
jail.
Still represent her in this.
Oh,
case.
this is all made up. This has to be made up.
So sad. Oh, it's so sad. But
I would
so
hate
much
to be in that
drama.
world. It's just the chaos of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's way too. There's got to be some poor sap that is married to somebody in that family, in that Trump family, and it's just like, I just want to work. Like, can we change our names so that people don't just keep talking to me about it? And it's like, oh, I might have seen him at like a christening or something like that. But it's like I don't
know how they get. I don't know how he puts up with it. Because
he brings it upon himself.
No, he
definitely brings it upon himself. Think about how loudmouth he's been for the past 50 years.
Well, but everything he said, though, if you go back and everything that he charged people with,
I get it,
comes true. And
I mean, I don't care if it's true or not. I mean, that's what happens when you have a loudmouth. Like, you're gonna get sought after by almost everybody around you.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, look at like the richest men in the world. Like, they don't talk about like that because they know they probably got there without fully legal reasons.
Yeah.
So
true. I mean, he's done some outrageous things, of course, but I would still, because whatever he promised he would do, and he made things happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's definitely a doer. So there's no denying that.
So that's what I would hire, somebody that I know could take care of my company and would grow
that's
it.
cool with me. Whatever.
Whether I like his personality or not.
But I wouldn't want to be involved with him. I wouldn't want to work for him at all.
No, it's not. You wouldn't hanging out with that guy, but I
I
get
wouldn't
him.
want to hang. Actually, I could see myself hanging out with him. I think his humor is like right on track with my kind of humor.
Yeah, and what's funny is because he repeats something so much.
Yeah.
That because it's like he realizes people don't get it unless I say it 50 times, and then they'll get it, and then I'll be able to say.
Is
I
that how it
told you
works?
so.
Is that why you keep telling the same story to me?
Did you hear about me being on Johnny Carson?
Yeah, did you hear about that?
No, it's so bad. So anyway, did you see that bridge in Baltimore
I heard about
collapse?
it. It's pretty crazy.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, it was amazing. They've got like
we
three
needed
different angles of it.
we needed another good bridge song.
Another bridge song.
Yeah. A lot of songs about bridges,
Bridge over troubled waters.
Yeah, we need a new one. So that hopefully this
London Bridge is falling down.
This inspires somebody. I think it's tragic because I think everyone on that boat really died. Like there's like 20 plus people.
Well, no, 6 people that were not. They weren't on the boat. They were on the bridge.
Oh.
They had workers up there working on potholes, and so when that thing hit,
that's terrible.
That's 150 feet drop, 150 foot drop, and
they got it on video.
They don't. You don't see the people falling, but you see the cars. This was strange, is because the cars are going across the bridge, and that tanker is getting closer and closer to where it's going to demolish it, and there's cars passing and passing. But it was like 1:30 in the morning, so the traffic wasn't real bad, and the ship called in a mayday and said,
like we can't turn around.
We can't control this. We can't control it, and we're losing power. So they hit that
That's
bridge.
Terrible. Look at
the
this.
bridge goes down, but we don't see any more cars that have come over and that were on the bridge at the time that collapsed. And they had told people to go and stop the traffic after they got the mayday. So people were stopping the traffic to keep them from going over the bridge. Oh, it was so scary. So scary looking.
Yeah. I mean, that's not every day a bridge collapses like that. I wouldn't even call that a collapse. They ran into it.
It was the piling.
Like they literally. Oh, see, that's intense.
Yeah.
I take that back. It definitely collapsed on other areas. I thought it was just like they ran through a section.
No, like the whole thing pulled it down.
Oh my gosh! You want me to show it to you?
Yeah.
Look at this. It's crazy. Here, I'm gonna pull it up for the viewer.
And see this. He's gonna show the video, and this is. I think it had the red circle around.
So you
it's
can
coming
see
at you, I think.
This right here to the left pillar. That's where the boat is. Do you see that?
Yeah, yeah.
So it full on nails.
And it just kind of explodes.
And then it just.
And there it goes.
Bye.
It's like a Richter set. Like somebody didn't build it right.
Can you imagine the guy on duty for that bridge? And
they had 2 pilots on there, and they couldn't control it.
Yeah.
And some of the guys that were on there saw how fast it was coming. It was moving a lot faster than they're supposed to go. So they thought something was wrong. They just didn't know. But that was horrible. And even Biden came out and said, our government is going to pay for every penny that needs to build that back up. And then the people will pay us back or something like that. It was like, Biden came out and said, we're going to pay for that whole thing. We're going to get that back up. And so.
Well, Francis Scott Key, that's important. Or I wonder if they're going to rename it.
No, they couldn't do that.
I can see it. He's a white old dude.
Do you know who Francis Scott Key is? Okay, that's good.
He wrote the Star Spangled Banner.
You remember that? That's good. Yeah. I'm so proud of you. Sometimes I think
I know some things. Like I don't know a lot of things. I'm not afraid of saying that.
Well, at least your parents are of an age where you could be influenced by some of the stuff that they know and music they listen to and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that song was on repeat growing up.
Which
the Star Spangled Banner.
It was on repeat.
It's on repeat. Duh. The Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Oh, singing. Sick.
Yeah, I like it. But yeah, that was surreal. I've never seen anything like that. So I thank you for showing me that today.
Well, you're very welcome.
That's a collapse. I thought it the way I read it, it was like, the boat just was too tall and it didn't open up or something. And it just went right through it.
Right.
But that's kind of scary that the whole thing chain reaction and can you imagine that guy who's just about to get on the bridge and you feel the rumble and you're like, wait, what's going on? And then you just see everything in front of you just drop and you're like,
it just dropped off
it
goes right before
What do you think it's appropriate to turn around
when
that happens? Because what time did this happen at? It happened
1:30 in the morning.
1:30 in the morning. So this guy was probably off work, trying to get home or trying to get to work.
Yeah.
you know, and
Or
it's
coming over to
like,
bars.
or everyone's just drunk on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's, you know, at one point you're like, well, I kind of gotta figure out where to go now. Like, there's nothing I can do for these folks.
And those people are hauling that were on the, you know.
Yeah.
The
So
cars
do you
on
just
the
try to
bridge.
turn around and be like, and you call into work, be like, hey, the bridge literally just dropped. So
I didn't see cars.
I got to go around.
I didn't see cars going this way. It was that
Yeah.
they were just like going one way, and so it was. But I watched the cars, the lights going past, and I could see the boat is getting.
Well, that was scary. Did you see
Closer.
the end of it where
Yeah.
everything was dark? Like
Yeah,
it was
all the lights went
everything.
out. Yeah.
Everything went out, even the cars.
Yeah, that was.
So that's sad. I feel terrible for the families. That's
Oh man, and
because
still
that's not a fun
knowing.
phone call at all. Because that's like a
No.
freak accident.
No, because if when the bridge started going, if there was a car there, it could have fallen off on the water, and the bridge came down on top of it. You know, top of it, and they had divers in the water, like as soon as they could to start looking. But the water was so murky. You know, it was difficult. But it was 39 degrees, the water was, and you could only live in that for about an hour and a half, is what they said. So, and it's been over that, but
They'll make a movie about it. Mark Wahlberg will be in it.
and he's gonna be.
You see any good movies? Because we only have a couple
saw
more
Mark
minutes.
Wahlberg, and I see him all the time because I like him, but I went to the movie to see. Chad started doing this thing, and I think it's all. He's laughing at it after he
Okay.
tells me, "You are gonna love Monkey Man. You need to go. You need
Yeah,
to go see
you know, it's funny.
Monkey
I was
Man."
in line for the world premiere for it
Oh,
at
in
South by South.
Austin.
Yeah, so like
Oh.
that was one of the most fun nights because my buddy Charles calls me and he's like, "Hey, I need you to. Can you get in line for me because we're getting this Q&A we're in is going long."
Mm-hmm.
So I get in line and I'm talking to different people, and I don't want to see it. I was like, that to me wasn't really appealing to wait in line for 4 hours and then see a movie. And so I held the line for him, and then when he got there, he's like, "This line is way too long." I'm like, "Yeah, there's a lot of people that want to see Monkey Man, and I think they're here. Like,
Everybody's
those
here.
people, it's the premiere." So they, so he goes, "Well, we're not gonna wait in line." I'm like, "So you're saying I waited 30 minutes in line
Hold on,
for
please.
nothing?" But then I had a good night. Like we went somewhere else fun that night. We saw some. We know. We went. Okay, so this is kind of wild to me. So in South by Southwest, what they're doing is they basically sell the bars to different things for people to host their cool events.
Uh-huh.
So like Paramount Plus rented this place for 3 days and like repainted it. Porsche bought something like some corner building, repainted it.
Oh,
Well,
cool.
countries like their governments will purchase them and have like the French thing.
Yeah.
So we go to the French thing, and it's like some EDM electronic dance music thing. And what I've never experienced in my life where 90% of the people around me were speaking French, and it was just so bizarre. And I was like, I couldn't talk.
Oh, that's crazy.
I was trying to like talk to people, and they're all French, and I'm like, there's so many French people here. This is crazy. And then and I tried that. I was like, if that's how they're all alike, so I'm gonna go visit the other country ones because there's different
they
ones.
have captioning. They had captioning on it.
No, these are people.
No, I mean the movie.
It
I
wasn't a
thought you-
movie. It was like a music thing.
Oh, okay, okay.
And so I met a bunch of French people that spoke like barely any English,
Mm-hmm.
and I partied with them. That was a lot of fun. And then I was like, in my mind, I go, they're all like this. So I went to like the Australia one. I went to the Irish one. I'm like trying to like be surrounded by these people, and they weren't all like that. I think the French just like stick together, I guess. But,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, it was so funny because. when
But
I was
Monkey Man, so it was good.
What? You think it was good?
No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it. Okay, so
I saw a movie called Dickweed. It's gonna be on
does that
AMC. It's a
sound
documentary.
familiar?
It's kind of wild.
but Monkey Man, Chad goes, it's just like John Wick. If you
Yeah.
like John Wick, so you'll love this. And I went, okay, cool.
I mean, that's how they kind of sold it as.
Well, I watched the trailer of it, and I went like, it was real dark and real, and I was so mad at him. But that's the second movie he has told me about, and I almost went to go see it, and I would have sat through that, waiting for the good part.
So you didn't see it?
No. So I've not seen it.
Oh, you should.
I saw the
Well, my buddy
trailer.
liked it. He saw it.
He did.
Yeah.
Did he say it was like John Wick?
Yeah, good movie.
That's
I saw Roadhouse.
Who saw that?
A lot of
Chad saw
people.
that
A
and
lot
he
of
didn't
people.
like it.
A lot of
Did
people.
you like it?
Oh yeah, it's fun.
But did you see the original?
The original's, I think, a lot better just because how crazy it is.
Yeah.
This one's more of a straight action kind of movie where the dialogue's kind of chirpy and they fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Roadhouse tried to be like a philosophical love
Right.
story /
Right.
I'm gonna rip people's throats out at the same time. And then I still think the first 30 minutes of that movie is a classic because it's just ridiculous.
Well, where there's behind the screen.
Yeah, it's
the
like
band was behind
well,
the
it's just the whole
screen.
introduction to the world because Patrick Swayze's not really in it. He's just quiet the whole time. He's like trying
Yeah.
to be like the quiet observer.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to write all these little scenes for different people to say outlandish things. It's like, do you want to see him for $20? You know what I'm remember that? You know what I'm
No,
You need to watch it. You need to just
I'll
watch
watch it
the
again.
first 30 minutes.
Okay.
And because it's so like the dialogue with the patrons are out of control. And but no, the Roadhouse, the newer one, was good. I mean, they fought a lot.
Well,
It's weird to me
can't
that when
be
they
as good as the first one.
well, it's weird to me that they make like the Roadhouse in the 80s. You could tell they're just trying to be like a fight movie, but in this one, they were trying to do like a bunch of action scenes. And I'm thinking to myself, like, just shoot the dude. Like, why is this a thing? Because they try to make it like, oh, we have to like make it look a certain way. We can't blow like, and then at the very like towards the halfway, like just blow up the place. I'm like, then just blow up the place. Like clearly, y'all are drug dealers or bad people. Like, just blow it up. Like, why do you have to go in there to blow it up? I don't understand why you have to go into the place to confront these people. Just blow it up. I don't know. It really didn't make any sense to me. That's the only thing I was kind of laughing about because
Well,
somehow they always ended up fist fighting. I'm like, someone's just not going to shoot these guys. Like,
yeah, because Patrick Swayze was all the physicality of it was the boxing and him being in such good shape and
well, like the original, he was literally a bouncer for 3/4 of the movie.
right.
And then it turned it turned personal because they killed some dude, or he killed his buddy, or because his buddy died.
Who's that?
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott?
Yeah,
Right.
and so it became personal. And then he went like commando on everybody.
Right.
But like 3/4 of the movie made sense to me because like, oh, he's just being a bouncer.
Mm-hmm.
So most people don't bring in guns. They're not allowed to bring in guns. And
Right.
that's why we're not seeing a lot of guns. But
Right.
this movie is all open. Like he's all over the place. He's not just hanging out inside that place the whole movie. He's walking the street. He's like walking alone on a road. I'm like, there you go. He's right there.
Was he a bouncer? I mean, is he?
He
a
got
bouncer
hired
in
to
it?
be a bouncer
Okay.
because there was so much riffraff at the place,
Right.
and it developed that reputation. So this lady wanted him to change the reputation to be a cool place.
Okay, so it's a woman
So
that owns it.
yeah, and I mean, it's good. I enjoyed it though. Like Conor McGregor's hilarious in it.
Okay.
He's
well,
over the
that's-
top.
Okay. I'll watch it when it comes to Netflix.
Yeah.
Is it already on Netflix? What-
It's on Amazon. It actually premiered at South by, but it came out on Amazon, I think, like Monday or something like that.
Okay, so it's
Maybe.
on-
one of those things. But we have to
It
be
costs
going.
$20.
So tomorrow we got Brianna
So
talking Astros because I think opening day is in 2 days.
it's Thursday. Friday.
Is it Friday?
Wait, no, it's Thursday.
Yeah, I thought
Thursday.
it was 2 days.
Yeah, Thursday's opening day, and Thursday we've got Don Wilson and Bob Smiley on the same show.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to do a call in with Don, or do you want to try and do?
I'll figure it out. We should discuss this because we literally have 30 seconds left.
Okay. All right. So they're going to be on. They're going to talk about fans. They both have had front row seats to seeing thousands and thousands of fans. One because Bob has his own fans, and Don
All right,
because he
bye-bye,
saw Elvis
Cindy.
Presley's fan. Okay. Bye. Love you.
Thank you, Wootton Financial Group, for supporting this episode.
Thank you.
Here's a
Wootton.
word from them right here.
Oh, good. Okay. Hi, Chris.
Every week, people ask the same two questions. Are they ready to retire? Will their savings last for their lifetimes? Hi, this is Chris Wootton with Wootton Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. We help answer these two questions and many more that people have about their uncertain financial future. We have a simple introductory client experience that allows us to get to know the client and includes a few meetings for the client to kick the tires at no charge. We provide a concise, one-page summary that helps the client get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for them. To learn more about Wootton Financial Group's process in helping their clients to a clearer financial future and to see their contact information, visit Cindy Cochran's show page on irlonestar.com/TCCS. Wootton Financial Group is a proud sponsor of the Cindy Cochran Show. Wootton Financial Group is available by phone at 936-449-5952 or visit them on the web at www.woottonfinancial.com. That's www.woottonfinancial.com.
This program is sponsored by the Wootton Financial Group. It is not the intent of Wootton Financial Group to render or offer personalized investment advice or financial planning advice through this radio program or any related website. Wootton Financial Group's participation in this program is limited to providing general information on financial matters and should not be construed as financial recommendation or investment advice. Investment advisory services are offered through Game Plan Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission and the state of Texas. Insurance services are offered through Wootton Financial Group, Inc. Game Plan Advisors and Wootton Financial Group, Inc. are affiliated through common ownership, and neither firm is affiliated with The Cindy Cochran Show. No listener should assume that any information presented and or made available on this program serves as the receipt of or a substitute for personalized individual advice from Game Plan Advisors, Wootton Financial Group, or any of their representatives.
Health Center Southeast Texas is a federally qualified health center. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and most major private insurances. For our self-pay patients, we have a sliding scale discount program available. Our health